Hey guys, welcome. I'm KaLynn Frechette. I am a yoga meditation teacher. I run a home studio here in my backyard that's nestled in a little nook in the woods. I also focus on self-love journeys. Now, I love helping people get to a point in their self-love that they have the tools, so every time they start to question themselves or lack anything, they come back to themselves, they come back to the tools, and they reinvest that energy and that time within themselves. Now, just because I am a huge self-love advocate, I have two programs. I have one that's kind of a do-it-yourself. You download all of the materials and you kind of go at your own pace. Or I have another option that is working with me in 3 sessions or 6 sessions. And in those sessions, you still get access to all of the things, but you get access to me. You get 3 or 6 1-hour sessions with me where we work specifically on what your limiting beliefs are, what your self-love is lacking, where you're specifically at, and it's extremely custom and built to where you're at so that you can achieve great results. So just because I have all of the tools with all of my trainings and my own self-love journey doesn't mean that I don't fall backwards sometimes. Of course I do. We're all so human. Recently, I fell backwards in my self-love journey and I'm like, oh, right, we've been here. But you know what? We have the tools to get ourselves back. And that's what it's all about, is sharing the tools and the love in order to bring you back into alignment, to bring you back into trusting yourself. Especially like those of us who really do lack self-love, it goes really, really deep, and it takes a while in order to kind of rewire the mind. It takes a while to just reinvest in ourselves, and it doesn't happen overnight. It's something that you're going to come back to. So having all of the tools that you can come back to comes in each of those packages, regardless of which one you go with. So that's what's most important, is like coming back to ourselves. So right now, what's going on in the universe, I wanted to come up with a yoga, a short yoga that just really invited in receiving and really prompted surrendering. Because when we surrender, that's when like the magic really happens. That's when we get out of our own way and we get past our limitations of our mind. What we can do, and this is one of the best things about yoga that I love, is that when we get past the limitations of our mind, we actually start to open up to be able to receive things. And it allows us to just kind of step into like what the universe or God has in plan for you. Because like God and the universe, whichever one you speak to, they want you to win. They want you to succeed, but you can't do that if you're not open to receiving. So with this season right now, with Gemini coming into play, it's all about literally like inviting in more playfulness within like yourself, your sexuality, your everyday, your career, just your life. It's all about inviting in play and joy and happiness. So we're going to do a yoga flow that is all about being open to receiving, because you have to be open in order to receive the gifts that are coming and are meant for you. This is definitely a time of great abundance if you're open to receiving it. So we're going to focus on open to receiving, surrendering, just allowing in all of the good, and maybe a little bit of sprinkled of self-love in there. So with that being said, by going forward with this video, you are automatically agreeing to my terms and conditions and waivers, which is all about just having like the ability to listen to your own body. If something doesn't feel right within your body, please ease out of it, shift into something different. I am just a guide, and I am listening to my own body when I teach. So by moving forward with that, you're saying that you're going forward with your own body and listening to it. So you can find those waivers and agreements on my website, amindfulbliss.com. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so with that all being said, let's go ahead and start seated on our mat. Sitting however feels comfortable to you. Taking a nice deep breath in for a nice straight spine. And open the mouth, slowly exhale, allowing your eyebrows to soften, your shoulders to soften. A deep breath in through the nose. And a nice slow breath out through the mouth. Letting go of anything that happened before this moment. Anything that's going to happen after this moment. And just invest in yourself. Nice and slow breaths in and out through the nose. Unfurrowing your eyebrows. I invite you to repeat, I surrender and I am open to receiving. I invite you to think about the relationship between your masculine and feminine. How do you show up without any judgment? How do you show up in each one? Starting with the masculine. The masculine energy is where most of us sit most of the time. It's that constant doing, going, pushing, being. The constant need to go. Now, think about your relationship with your feminine energy. The energy of receiving, of just being, of resting, restoring. What relationship do you have with your feminine energy? How often does she show up? Remember, there's no judgment. We're simply just observing here. Now think about what the balance is between your masculine and feminine energy in your day-to-day life. Do you maybe struggle with being able to receive? Do you struggle with maybe being able to slow down and rest? When was the last time you just existed? You rested, or you did self-care? Or you allowed someone to do something for you without any strings attached. Nice deep inhale. And a nice slow exhale. Inhale the hands up high above your head, dropping your shoulders. Exhale, dropping the right hand, bending over to the right side, opening up the left side body. Inhale to center. Exhale over to the left side. Nice deep breath in. Inhale to center. Exhale the hands together, coming down to your heart center, bowing the head. Gently rocking into a tabletop position. Let's do a few little openers here. The hands are directly underneath your shoulders. The knees are directly under your hips. Maybe do some big hip circles here. Opening up the hips, opening up the lower back, moving the body. Switching directions and just noticing how your body feels. Notice if there's any areas that are a little tight. Connecting with our body, finding stillness. A little bit of cat-cows, opening up the spine. Inhale for cow. Exhale, tucking the chin, rounding the spine for cow. Make them good ones. Inhale. And exhale for cat. Beautiful. Let's sit back on our heels. Let's bring our knees together, sitting on our heels. Our hands are in our lap. Do a little bit of cat-cow seated because we're going to do a back bend because we're opening up to be able to receive. So inhale, pushing our shoulders back, letting our head fall back, the chin towards the ceiling. Exhale, tucking the chin, rounding the shoulders, arching the back, closing it off. Inhale, bringing the shoulders back, opening up the throat. The truth and honesty will come forward in this season. And exhale, rounding the spine, tucking the chin into the chest. Now coming to a neutral spine. You can either stay down on your heels or come up high on your knees. The hands come on the back, the elbows kind of pull together. The fingers find the top of your hip bone, supporting the back. Inhale, looking towards the sky, the ceiling. And exhale, finding just a little bit of a back bend here, opening ourselves up. Exhale, come to center. Inhale. Exhale, leaning back, finding a little back bend. Repeating your intention. I surrender. I am open to receiving. And exhale, coming back to center. Let's plant our left hand into the mat. Our left foot goes 90 degrees and we come up high on that left hand. The right foot goes straight. So you have a straight line from your left hand touching the mat, your left knee in the mat, and your right foot on the mat. Inhale the right hand up high if it feels safe in your body. And exhale, maybe that right hand goes over your head, opening yourself up here. We're going to take several deep breaths here. Can you soften with each exhale? A few more. Repeating your intention. One more. Beautiful. Inhale the right hands back up. Coming up high, the legs stay the same, the hands come out to a T. Exhale, the right hand finds the right leg, the left hand finds the sky, maybe arching over to the right side. Gate pose. Nice deep breaths in. And exhale, can you soften? I invite you to think about things that genuinely bring you joy, that fill you up, that bring you happiness in your everyday life. What do you love? One more. Inhaling back to a T. Let's bring our right knee in to meet the left. Let's send our left foot out to do the other side. Beautiful. The left hand finds the left leg, the right hand finds the mat, my apologies. The left hand finds the sky, pulling up for half circle. Maybe the left hand finds its way over to the right hand, over the head, opening up the left side body. Breathing here. Can you soften a little bit more? Shifting from doing to receiving. One more deep breath here. And exhale the left hand up, coming up into a T. The left hand finds the left leg. The right hand finds it up and over for gate pose. Deep breaths here. Thinking of things. When was the last time that you were genuinely really, really happy? One more deep breath. And exhale, the knees come together. Sitting back down on the heels, the hands in the lap, closing the eyes. Reconnecting with our breath in a neutral state. Beautiful. Let's do just a few more. We're going to tuck our toes, coming to stand however it feels right for you and your body. The feet come together. The heels are about a fist width apart. The toes touch. Inhale the hands up high above your head, dropping the shoulders. And as we exhale, sinking back into a fierce pose, chair pose. Being mindful that you can still see your toes. Tucking the tailbone under, engaging the core. Can you settle in just a little bit more? Inhale. On an exhale, can you swoop the hands back behind you, neutral position with the shoulders. Now, if you'd like to take it a step forward, I invite you to come up to your tippy toes for drinking bird. Balancing, receiving. Hold. Exhale, dropping the heels, the hands come back up and sinking back into your fierce pose. Beautiful. Inhale, straight legs. Exhale, the hands come down by your side, mountain pose. Closing the eyes, rebalancing. We're tapping into our feminine energy. That's why we're moving so slow between our poses. We're tapping into our receiving, to our resting, to our restoring. Eyes surrender. I am open to receive. Beautiful. Let's do one more before we shift into some more yin poses, really sinking into our receiving. Standing towards the front of our mat, the feet are together. Now again, you can come into this however you would like to. There's multiple different options meeting your body where you're at. Let's ground into our left toes. We're going to prepare the right toes for flight, coming into warrior 3. When you're ready, the hands can come up by your ears, softening the shoulders, or maybe you keep the hands at heart center, whatever works for you today. When you're ready, starting to lean forward, bringing those right toes up, making sure they don't go past your hips. Your hips stay nice and level with each other. Bending into the left knee if need be. Pausing here to breathe. Maybe your hands come down onto a block. That's okay as well. Meeting your body where you're at. Maybe closing your eyes if you want an extra challenge as we deep breaths in and out. Inhale and exhale. One more inhale. And as we exhale, coming back to center, the right foot goes out in front of you, the toes up, the heels in the mat. Inhale and exhale. Drop or forward folding with the right leg out, just opening up the back of our leg. Giving a nice little calf stretch here. One more breath. And exhale, dropping those right toes. Let's shift into the other side. Going into warrior 3 whenever you're ready. Grounding into the right toes. Hands are wherever they need to be. The left foot starts to rise. Maybe your hands meet a block. Maybe they're out in front of you. Maybe they're at your heart. Breathing. 2 more. Inhale, coming back to standing. The left toes go out in front of you. And exhale, forward fold, giving that nice calf stretch on the left side. Letting it feel good. One more. Beautiful. Standing nice and tall. Let's come onto our mats. And let's focus on receiving a little bit more. Reclined bound angle is our first posture. We're going to hold these postures for a little bit longer in order to really receive. So the soles of our feet are in the mat. Our back is on the mat. our knees are bent and touching. Hands can come either on the heart and the belly or maybe down by your side facing up for receiving. And when you're ready, we're just going to let our legs fall open like a book. I invite you to have 2 blocks, 1 block underneath each knee, in order to really help you settle in here. Taking a moment to play around with the placement of your feet, moving them further away from your pelvic bone or closer. And when you're nice and settled, start to lengthen your breath. If your mind wanders, just bring it back to your breath, back to how the breath feels as it travels through the body, remaining as present as you possibly can in this moment. And if you need to repeat your intention, do so. I surrender. I am open to receiving. Can you soften your body just a little bit more? One more deep inhale. Open the mouth, let it go. Beautiful. Closing the legs. Let's bring the knees into our chest, pulling them in, giving them a nice big hug. Maybe rocking from side to side. Letting go of the knees, planting them into the earth, preparing for supine spinal twists where we end our yin series. When you're ready, the knees go over to the left side. Now, there's a few options here. Your left hand can go on top of your right knee in order to pull and deepen the twist, but with yin we want to have 0 muscle engagement, so wherever you can feel you're most comfortable. If you would like to deepen, you can straighten your left leg as well. Your hands, I invite you to come out like a T. Your gaze goes over to the right, starting to really settle in. Deepen your breath, deepen your twist. Twists are all about letting go, releasing what no longer serves you. Keeping your breath and your awareness on how the breath feels through your body. If there's an area that's tight, ask yourself, what do I need to see? How do I feel right now? What do I need to let go of? A few more rounds. Can you deepen your breath? Can you soften your body? One more deep breath in. Open the mouth, let it go. Inhaling the knees to center, and exhale. Let's send them over to the right side. If you would like to reset, bringing your knees into your body, into your belly, giving yourself a nice big hug. Settling into the other side. Finding whatever position works for you. Supine twist. Nice deep breaths in and out through the nose. Softening with each exhale. Two more deep breaths in. And open the mouth, let it go. Gently bringing the knees back together, pulling them into your chest, maybe going into a happy baby. And preparing for our final Shavasana. The legs go out straight, allowing the feet to fall open, allowing your hands to come down by your side, facing up for receiving. Allowing your mind to come back to center, back to your intention. Eyebrows unfurrow. Softening with each exhale. Arriving in your final posture. I am open to receiving. I surrender so that I can receive all that the universe and God has to answer. I am open to receiving all that they have to offer me. I am worthy of receiving. I am worthy of letting go. Few more deep breaths in and out. If you would like to stay in Shavasana for as long as you would like, do so. Otherwise, starting to wiggle the fingers, wiggle the toes. Gently giving yourself a nice big stretch and rolling to your right or your left side. Gently pushing yourself up to a seated position, eyes remaining closed if it feels safe. Hands on the knees facing up. God and the universe, they want you to win. They want abundance in your life. You have to be open to receiving that abundance, though, in order to experience the magical gifts that this world has to offer. The more that you let go of things that don't serve you, and the more that you are open to receiving things that will fill you up, the magic will start to come, the abundance will start to come. Remember that you are worthy of receiving everything that you desire, as long as the intention is genuine and pure. It has been my absolute honor and pleasure to have you join me today. I wish you the best. Namaste.